कृपया ध्यान दीजिए, the language used on the podcast may not be fit for consumption. We warn you, tread carefully. But listen, yaar, don't be so conservative. This is the show we've been waiting for. As in, not people listening, just me. I have nothing to do today. But Punit, thank you for coming. Spot on time. Punit entered wearing a lovely cap, which he's taken off for some reason. Can you put the cap on again? I thought it'd give a lot of character to your disposition. For the audio listeners, this is the sound of a cap coming on.
Yeah. Anything that hides his face a little bit more, right?
Yeah.
Now I can do a controversial podcast.
Sorry.
All the
Sir, तू कुछ reaction दे दो ना सिल्वरी को. बच्चा गाली
he's
देता है
being
बार-बार.
nice. No, he's being nice.
You're not listening to what all he's saying. He's taking a lot of liberties.
No, man.
Last time I came on his Bollywood podcast.
Oh, that's
Great.
right. He's
Oh,
so upset.
fun. That was so fun. Great episode, by the
Punit,
way.
were you good with Bollywood? What's it called?
No, surprisingly,
References?
no.
But it was still a close enough match.
Who did he lose to?
Mehta, Akash.
All hands down.
Akash is very competitive. वो पढ़ के आया, tuition करके
Akash was,
आया.
yeah, he
He
cheated.
must
on
have
Akash.
studied all night.
So there was a point, you
Punit को
remember,
गिराया.
Punit, there was a point in the episode where Akash went out, urinate, okay, and he peed in less than 20 seconds and came back.
Hmm.
And immediately after coming back, he knows the answer. How does that happen?
So the
How does that happen?
the Guj-
I'm just saying.
The Gujarati guy got up in the middle and used some other means to win the election. What are you saying, brother? What are you saying? Bichara Akash is not like that. All right. Oh, by the way, we are waiting for Urjita. So, but Silvery can stay if you got nothing to do anyway. We'll just put another chair.
Yeah, I mean,
It's up to you.
I do have a little bit of work, so I would rather go.
He can't admit on air that he doesn't have work. No, he's
No,
an
no,
employee.
You didn't understand अंदर की बात क्या है इसमें बेटा.
Okay, Urjita's here. I'll see you
He
guys.
doesn't
Have
want to be associated with the show. And now the beast goes, the beauty comes. Let's see what happens. And play relevant music. Here she is. Entry
Hello,
and
I'm so
Amitabh
sorry.
Bachchan is back. In and as.
Even as Amitabh.
Yeah.
Bani.
Okay, done.
Amitabh Karmarkar.
Don't worry, you're on time by our standards. While you're doing your knuckle, do it for 5 more minutes. And sadly, we've lost Silvery, a shining
Yeah,
stone.
would have been nice actually.
Yeah. Okay, now we can bitch. What a truth, no?
मुझे
He's
इतना
gone.
लेट हुआ था यहाँ पे आने में तो मैं ये ऑटो में आई एम गेटिंग रेडी लाइक गोविंदा. Do you remember that
Yeah.
one movie जिसमें वो पैंट नहीं कपड़े नहीं पहन रही थी
हाँ.
बट आई मैं कोम कर रही हूँ वो ऑटो के
One
मिरर से
second, let
मैं
me understand. What you're saying is you didn't have your pants on.
what I said what
What
did
did
I
she
say
You
Like,
said
Jesus.
pants.
That's what
over.
she said.
You said pants.
Pants नहीं था.
I
I'm thinking,
said गोविंदा के नहीं थे
Auto guy
I
first
was-
time drove slowly. I can imagine. हाँ madam, हाँ बोलो madam. Left okay. हाँ. All right.
no I applied makeup and all as in
For
just-
this show,
yeah just one CC cream I applied.
CC cream क्या होता है?
CC cream is like this base.
What the hell is she talking about?
It's like a white.
Separate podcast now. You know, Pania, you know what it means.
पुनीत सर भी लगाते हैं कभी-कभी.
पूरे सर पे.
To be in the dating game, you need to know the basics at least.
Yeah, but what is one CC? CC as in measurement. What is CC?
No, is it the cream is called that?
Yeah,
CC.
complexion
Sir.
cream.
Oh, and what does it do? Please don't tell me it's a fairness cream.
It's not a fairness cream. It's like a base.
It's
So I don't
smoothen
know how
over
to
the
explain. It's like
irregularities
a
of your
foundation.
complexion.
Like what Rahul Bose's foundation for young girls. He does a lot of work for young girls. It's not funny, Puneet. You're making us look bad, yaar. Okay, guys, I'm sorry, chat. Please talk quickly and save us before we say all the wrong things unintentionally. It started with CC cream. I'm going to find out more about this when I go home. Going to talk to the wife and the daughter about CC cream. I don't know. Kunal will know all. Kunal's into creams. And Saukar. These two guys have a lot of these
Saukar,
products.
I can imagine.
Saukar has a whole bag full of products which he puts all over his face, yeah.
He must be even promoting them now on Instagram. No?
Once I heard yeah, of course.
Might as well get them for free.
Yeah. But he put hemorrhoid cream on his face because somebody told him the swelling goes down.
You mean the swelling called his nose?
Stop it. Calm down now. Let's get
That's the cream I also use. See, swelling has gone down.
1 second.
No,
One
no,
second.
no,
Are
no,
you
no.
saying
No.
कि आपने वो ऑटो वाला अभी भी नीचे है मैडम हेमोरॉइड क्रीम लगाते हैं Oh my god. All right. Who's in charge? Nobody knows.
You're in charge.
Smash.
No.
एक
You're
toss
the
करो,
host.
toss heads or tails.
Like a Puneet. Everybody looked at Puneet and Puneet looked at the laptop.
No, I only
you know,
thought
me.
because he came first. I thought he'd come first because he's in charge. But generally, that person shows little bit more interest. That's normally. He is. He is.
Yeah, let's do it. So you want to jump into the stories right away?
No, I don't care. Whatever. We can talk about life. How's your life going?
Today
What
I can't
shows can you look forward to? Aja, please.
Today I
continue.
can't complain about the train because I took a flight that landed at 4:30 in the morning.
You flew from Goregaon to here.
yeah, that's how desperate we are to be on the line.
I
now.
can imagine. I hope you went business class.
In the huge dollar amount that we get paid to appear here.
Well, $1 goes a long way in India, yaar. तो कहाँ से आया बेटा?
I came from Delhi.
Uh-huh.
And there's like 2 a.m. flight in the night, and just as it's about to take off on the runway, they ask, "Koi doctor hai kya on board?"
Yeah.
Oh,
And-
so it happened with you?
Yeah. So
What happened?
I guess some old guy must have.
Did he pass away or?
Nobody showed interest only. They were so sweet. I thought koi to उठ के पूछेगा क्या हुआ, and you'll get some relay information. Nothing.
Yeah, I thought if it's Mumbai, Delhi, they don't show interest. I understand, but Delhi, Mumbai, I thought they बच गया अभी. So they should be feeling more.
I was thinking, what would I do if I was in that situation? Like, would I want to come home and get treated, or just stay back in Delhi?
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, because relatives come over and then they just bore you to death. No?
So somebody was taken off the plane.
No. I don't know what is the protocol. If it's on the runway about to take off,
Huh.
somebody
They
has
will
a.
If they can't just say, "Boss, let's take a chance. we'll fly." See what happens.
But in this situation, suppose अगर मुझे कुछ ऐसा acidity problem हुआ या something
No,
really,
you're the
fine,
glamour.
fine, heart
As a
attack.
glamour moment, don't go to acidity because
Nobody-
we don't have any glamour.
Only you're calling me glamour, Cyrus. Nobody else is calling me glamour outside of this universe.
We have one girl and you
So-
are usually two girls on the show. So please, can you all not have acidity?
Why do you have to
because-
compartmentalize the two genders?
Because look at
Men
Punit,
are not glamour.
Cyrus,
women are
Silvery.
glamour.
I mean, just Abbas. I mean, Akash and bloody Amit. I mean, you tell me honestly. Look at that lineup.
I think you guys are all good looking.
Women have
man.
turned
You guys-
lesbian because of our show. There are more lesbians in India because of our show alone.
So
Am I
many
right?
wrong
Fair to say.
things. ये per second में नहीं per millisecond.
Uncle ने hemorrhoid cream लगा के नहीं आया. Just remember that. Sorry.
No, but like in a situation like this, suppose if you treat a patient, if you're a doctor, so
Hmm.
would you charge them or not?
Good point. Good point.
Like,
Why should you be doing it free? That's
would
your,
you charge
like if
them?
people ask me for a joke on the plane, I always say 16 rupees.
And then accept ATM also.
No, then they barter. That 10 रुपए में होता है.
Delhi is bad. I mean, it's always been bad traffic. Somebody commented, but even the air now you can feel the particles in the air going inside.
Especially if the CBI is giving you questions and you can't answer them. But tell me, answer a question. I want to, let's discuss this for a second. You're on board. You're a famous doctor or not famous. Jo bhi hai, you're a doctor.
Yeah.
And they request you, boss, Dr. Kapadia, Dr. Kapadia, please come forward. Yeah, this person is in bad shape.
Yeah.
And you do major, whatever,
Yeah.
mouth to mouth, jo bhi hai, pulse
Yeah.
pulse and all that.
Yeah.
And he's sort of recovered. That's a proper treatment has been given.
Yeah.
Medication, you tell him what to take once he leaves, whatever.
Yeah.
Should you be paid?
No, not in that situation.
Why not?
'Cause you're a
It's a
hero.
budget airline. I can't fit properly. And now suddenly I'm doing work and all. What the hell, yaar?
They can bump you up to emergency exit.
Okay, what if okay now
Max.
from the patient's perspective,
हाँ,
okay,
हाँ.
what if I see that this is the only famous doctor I can think of right now,
हाँ, हाँ.
Dr. Nene, okay, Madhuri
Wow.
Dixit's husband.
That's a bit dated, huh?
Yeah.
By the
I know.
way.
I don't think he practices also. He dances and shit now, right?
No, he
He
practices.
carries a bag.
KEM hospital and all, he's holding his conferences.
Huh, huh.
So what if Shriram Nene is in the flight and I have checked the list and through my contacts I figured that he's the only doctor in the flight. Now just because I want to meet him, okay, I have faked कि अच्छा नहीं मुझे heart attack हो रहा है. So what
Wow.
if
What a
like
horrible
some-
story.
This is a purely Maharashtrian
what-
fantasy.
Really?
I'm
Completely Brahmin Maharashtrian fantasy on
Yeah.
top of that. It's a very caste conscious fantasy. I don't want to be part of it. And let me also mention he's not John Abraham. You know.
No,
What
but
are you
like
thinking?
he's still like if
But
I'm a
he
diehard
stayed
Madhuri Dixit fan,
But
so
that's
I
a
just want to-
relation. You're going through something.
Yeah, but still some people still upload pictures with him.
That's
कि,
like
oh,
saying,
with,
देखो शाहरुख खान का driver आ गया. Oh,
Fine, not Nene,
He's
some
not
famous
that
doctor. Some what is that?
Hey, driver और
Dr.
husband
Batra.
में क्या फर्क होता है बेंचो 20 साल के बाद? What role do you play in your married life? Come on, for God's
Hey,
sake.
he
Yeah.
came on that dance program with her, right? For 3 months, he tried to dance also. No?
Yeah.
I don't.
He was in,
think so.
yeah, one
He's
some
in Jhalak Dikhla Ja, you are saying, or
something like
Nach
that.
Beli Hai.
one of those.
Yeah.
No, because Madhuri never participated in any of those competitions. She was,
She was
just
a judge.
Yeah.
I don't know the beginning, when she came back from America, possibly she may have. I don't know.
No.
But otherwise, you're right.
In
She's-
India, I have watched
she's
all the
Madhuri,
seasons.
she's
No.
Madhuri Dixit, boss. How can you make up take part? Hey, Madhuri, match. No.
Yeah.
It could
That-
be
He
like
could have come for one episode.
Or they may have done a
Just
special
for-
dance together, like an
Yeah,
exhibition.
yeah. Not like a 3 महीने के लिए नहीं आएगा.
Then patients will also lose interest.
Imagine you're a plastic surgeon or something like that in America. You give up your profession there to follow your wife, who's a film star. It just tells you how much more money there is in entertainment than medical business in America. It's
maybe comparable.
whose voice was
Yeah,
that?
yeah. Whose voice was that?
There was another voice talking.
I remember that was me.
Dr. Nene has YT channel, I think.
YouTube. Cyrus.
What does YT mean?
YouTube.
I thought he's just another politician from the south. Have you met YT?
I just felt like there was a glitch in the matrix and we could hear
Did you hear?
somebody from the parallel universe.
There was.
That was not
We
my
both heard
voice.
it, no?
Yeah, that
Now
was not
Punit
my
is old.
voice.
Punit is old. Suna nahi.
And I don't have my earphones on, so
Why aren't you putting the earphone on? तू कैसा सिंधी बन गया यार? It's free. I don't understand your issue here. Yeah.
It's free.
so what could you hear? in
Acha, what YouTube channel does he have? What's the point here?
No, there's no point. I
About
was just saying
medical
that.
channel?
So no,
Huh.
there was no medical channel. I was just saying that if the patient is seeking out a specific doctor on purpose, so then
that name can you,
and that happened.
but we've missed out another name which was mentioned here, Dr. Vijay Mallya. Now, can I just get that message? Because that's very interesting. When he left, he was in Kingfisher Airlines and then emergency exit. Abhinav, how sad. Hit the king when he's down. I'm a big fan. I love that
is
guy.
he down though?
Well, okay, so but he's still, he wants to be here. He's, the heart is always in.
His son dated Deepika for a while, right?
Yeah.
You start at the bottom, no?
Yeah.
I'm talking about Deepika.
but that felt more like Deepika was giving him her course in courtship or something, like a Byju's product.
Oh. I told you, leave the family alone. Yeah. They're going through hard times. Well, according to Urjita, not personally, they're still okay, but yeah,
They're going through are you friends with them?
Actually, you know what? I don't know.
Are you friends with them?
No,
Are
I-
you
I-
going
I-
through a fat?
As someone who has
अच्छा.
attended some
इंडिया को लूट के बड़ा hard
मेरी
time वो
बात सुन, मेरी
सफर
बात
कर
सुन.
रहे हैं.
Listen. This Mr. Flamboyant with Dr. Vijay Mallya, he wined and dined so many people.
Hmm.
All these people who we in the 90s and 2000s attended all his parties. We met the same people, the same socialite types, film stars, journalists,
Same
fashion
Gymkhana
gurus,
membership.
Gymkhana
also.
members, all whatever. He's right. I won't deny all this. But the moment he starts becoming like this bad name, the way everybody just turned their backs on him, we went for this road naming once while his bad days had started. And it was the first time he had to come and sit alone at the back without bodyguards. And I felt really bad looking at that. Just the fact of how people fall.
I am a taxpayer. As a taxpayer
Yeah,
of this
too
country,
heartless.
I'll always have a problem
You are a
with that
heartless.
guy.
You have the middle class mentality of bring down the rich, and you are heartless and you just want to hurt those people. Okay?
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
True.
And also, he's not Maharashtrian.
Correct. I like how I never said mentioned any of the Marathi stereotypes, but
Yeah.
ये Cyrus ही मेरे behalf पे
मैंने
he's
कुछ
like,
नहीं
oh,
बोला.
you are-
मैं
yeah,
Brahmin तक पहुंच गया. This guy is the one
I'm
who saw
not
it.
even a Brahmin.
But Nene is, no? That was the worry. Yeah. Why are you always glorifying Brahmins? We have this issue here. We don't want to do that. Right, Punit? Oh, sorry. Punit's problem is still Hindu-Muslim. He's not reached caste yet.
But now they got this new laws coming up against caste discrimination in the US.
Huh.
And that's
But what caste discrimination is in the US?
amongst the Indians. No, we don't forget.
Oh.
Even after we go
Oh,
up
right.
abroad.
We introduce more bad things there.
Yeah.
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 He's one of our cultural
Credit card
experts.
fraud, casteism, Diwali nights. Bolo?
So now majority there are upper caste, right? Because they had the money and the access
Privileged
to,
education, blah,
to
blah,
get
blah.
there.
Huh.
So the West's entire idea of India comes from them,
Right.
because that's there was only representatives in a large extent. So now they're opposing the law that is coming, and now there's a proper sort of fight, political slugfest going on there between the activists and the upper caste.
So there's a casteist lobby which is fighting for casteism to prevail.
Yes, but I mean they have their own. They can't say it in India. They can still claim कि upon West
Yeah.
and all.
So
because-
they're a minority, so they can actually fight for as a lobby and say we are being discriminated
Yeah,
against.
they have
in
their
spite
own
of-
reasons. I mean, what they portray at least is that this
So
will
let's
single them out.
Understand what they're saying. We who have discriminated for generations are being discriminated in this foreign country.
Yeah.
Right? Let's
Yeah.
be clear. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Our rights to discriminate are being trampled on.
Anu, who's our latest recruit, who's now, it's a long story, but she's basically into guns. Seattle has introduced the bill. It's true. Seattle has introduced the bill. Yeah.
And I think in Canada, some
Seattle is the Brahmin capital of the world. Yeah. By the way, in the chat they're discussing what kind of Brahmin he is and all. What kind of people are here? Yeah. This is what interests everyone.
Yeah, even within Brahmins there are levels, no?
Yeah,
So there's no
yeah.
end to the hierarchy.
No, there's no
Yeah.
end. But isn't that a great commentary on humanity? That whatever happens, you find the difference. So
Yeah.
you say, okay, only Hindus. Then amongst the Hindus, then the
Yeah.
Brahmins, they're only Brahmins. Just go on. There's no end. We should just kill everybody. This is the only way to solve the
Even
problem.
if
Or we can just like eliminate caste altogether. But sure, your option is
It
more.
won't happen because see, caste is just a
Believe it.
metaphor. Then they find some other reason, no?
yeah,
Then you find rich, poor. Then you find left-hander versus right-hander. There's always something.
Ivy League, non-Ivy League.
Ivy League,
colleges.
non-Ivy League, वो same होता है यार. Basically, अपना level का
What
नहीं है.
could be like a nice alternative to caste?
Kandivali East, Kandivali West.
I think the very mention of Kandivali brings the caste debate to a standstill. Now people are united in trying to get out of Kandivali.
People can differentiate on the basis of travel time.
Yeah.
Oh, you took 5 minutes to come here.
Oh.
Oh, you took 25 minutes. Oh.
Nobody has ever used 5 minutes to come here in Mumbai. Who is this mad person? Actually, living on the third floor. No other reason. Yeah. Oh, as a practicing Saraswat Brahmin,
Oh,
and Rishi has put
God.
this up. I take offense to this Brahmin bashing. What is a practicing Saraswat Brahmin?
Meaning he does the rituals also.
You think?
Of course not. It's Kiran.
Which Kiran is this? This is our Kiran?
Yeah.
Oh, this is the mad, our
and,
mad
and
Kiran.
he's saying this on the safety of Kerala. So
Yeah.
As a what do
where
you
if they
mean
find
by
out-
as a practicing Brahmin? ये कोई अलग से job होता है क्या?
So
ये
ये
करना?
tongue in cheek reference है तो कैसा comedian बन गया है यार? What is going on? These are all funny people here. Yeah.
Urjita has already made more money for us than the entire season.
Really?
Oh yeah,
44 rupees have come in or dollars? Rupees,
Dollars.
huh?
rupees.
No, rupees, Baba.
Rupees है अरे बे.
Bro,
Sorry, I take it back. क्या
hey,
जिंदगी है ये?
Punit, your
But
positivity
still,
is great.
I
Yeah.
got 44 rupees.
Yeah.
Okay, here to simp on Urjita fan. Thank you so much, man.
Now you can
Guys,
go
you
back
should-
in auto also.
Guys, you can watch Has It Aged Well
Hey.
if you're getting bored of this
Hey.
episode.
Urjita, you can actually say now that nobody loves you, right?
Why?
Because that's his
Achha,
name.
nobody. Oh, yeah.
क्या है? I can't work with
Sorry.
these people.
Sorry.
If there's no
Wha-
Brahminical twist,
What
no one
is
will pay
has it
attention.
aged well? What is it? It's a
Oh, you don't know what it is?
No.
This is the right show to discuss it. Let me tell you, beta.
घोर अपमान हुआ है हमारा भरी सभा में.
So there's a show which is done by Abbas and Urjita basically, and they get a guest generally on as well, or maybe two sometimes.
Yeah.
They discuss Hindi films from the past and see how long they can, whether they're relevant today. Basically, that's the main.
So
It's a good
nice.
premise.
So it is opposite of what Silvery does with the Bollywood.
Everything is opposite of Silvery does because this is planning. Yeah. But both the shows are doing very well, and they use this as a platform to discuss their show. So my show is redundant. There is no show. Our show is a platform for one of those two shows. That's it. Yeah.
That's how it is even in wrestling. No, the older guys they let the newer guys win
Yeah.
because you have got to build the other brands.
As long as they retain their contracts, nobody really
Yes.
cares. Yeah.
Yeah.
But that time nobody became The Rock. There was one Hulk Hogan, right? Who was famous outside wrestling. One or two went outside wrestling world.
Now
But
quite a few.
now
have,
lots.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But Hulk was quite popular
He was the
in
first.
the 80s.
Yeah.
He got offered movies also, didn't do very well.
Yeah.
Very famously in one Rocky movie, he's there for a small scene.
Wow, look at the segue we're getting into here. Urjita, thanks for coming. Punit's real passion is coming out.
I
It's not
zone
trained,
out
it's
the
not
moment
comedy.
anybody starts talking
No,
about
we-
boxing,
we should-
football.
It's
The
wrestling.
words anybody
Urjita,
mention anybody
Urjita,
wrestling
It's not
exactly.
boxing. It's
Exactly.
wrestling.
I zoned out too, so I don't even know.
No, I'm sorry. We should,
Boxing is not wrestling.
We should.
You're
make
getting
it-
confused with MMA, which is boxing and wrestling.
We should make it more inclusive. Dr. Nene was 10 years old at the time.
In fact, Hulk Hogan was operated on by Dr. Nene. Right?
Hulk, he's green in color. No.
No. His parents didn't like him, just called him that. Can you imagine? Other brothers are Tom and Jim. Hulk! Yeah. So why did we get into wrestling? I have no idea. This is the leader. You're the anchor.
Yeah. I think good time to get into the stories.
We haven't
Yeah.
done any stories?
No, not
Oh,
yet.
okay.
The first story, which is from the future of India, is that now school students can get credits.
Just sorry before you continue because this chat is going on about the Brahmin, non-Brahmin thing. Saurabh Padvi, who spelled it in Devanagari as well, says, "Arey, where's it gone? Mr. Rishi, put it up now, mera. Eyesight itna kamzor hai. Even our community does rituals with meat and alcohol, semi-Vedic, and we are not Brahmin." What is the point of that, Saurabh? My God, who are we getting online now?
2 minutes. I think after 2 minutes, people will start discussing. ये Iron Man की जात कौन सी होगी?
Yeah.
Iron Man सारस्वत ब्राह्मण होगा क्या? रंग से तो
100%.
आर्यन लग रहा है.
100%.
नहीं,
They couldn't find a
लोहार
bride
का
here.
अलग होता है ना कुछ।
Lower.
No, it is so ingrained and we are so blind to it. I just learned last week that we use the word chapri very randomly. But chapri is also a caste.
Yeah. Chapri, bhangi.
Yeah, so
All those words.
chapri are people who used
Caste
to
and profession.
who used to make roofs. Hence the
That's
word.
what caste becomes profession. Profession becomes caste.
Yeah, but then the way slang works.
Then that way, Punit, for you and me, truth should also be a caste. No, that's our profession. Okay, no, that
Can
sounds
go
wrong.
back to
That sounds
discussing
wrong.
Brahminism. No problem. No problem. Saraswat. Who's Saraswat?
GK is just pointing out Iron Man is Kshatriya Thakur. He's very clear about this. Yeah. If you want to argue, please go ahead. There is proof.
Oh, Bal Narendra is saying Iron Man is Jewish Brahmin.
One of them is wrong. Saraswat Brahmin and Jewish Brahmin.
Iron Man तो ठीक है. Nemo का जात ढूंढ के दिखाओ. I'm just giving.
Let's go back to wrestling. She's hijacked the show.
Nemo कौन है अभी?
Nemo, अरे Finding Nemo, the fish.
Oh, the fish.
Yeah.
I thought finance minister.
Thank God, I remember.
Oh God. अच्छा, you thought oh my God.
That's
No,
Namo, you
no,
idiot.
no, no,
That's the
no.
prime minister. Nemo is very different. क्या बोलता है यार? Please be careful.
मैं मछली की ही बात कर रही थी. मेरे दिमाग में ऐसे कोई
So I
intention
got the
नहीं था.
reference, but I didn't say anything
Yeah.
because in case Nemo's or Avenger and I don't know, so I
No,
just
no,
kept
no,
quiet.
no, no.
Then Uncle Punit also didn't know, so I felt better immediately.
Yeah, here I'm uncle only. I call her kid. You can call her
Boss, they have. Let me explain to you what happened. My daughter explained to me. They have this meta universe, right?
metaverse.
So what they've created is they can get anybody from anywhere,
Yes.
reborn, rebirth, this, plus new guys.
Yeah.
So anyone can be a superhero today. So be very careful. What happened in UP? Those 3 young boys who killed those 2 fine
Gangsters.
citizens.
Yeah.
They could be Avengers, superheroes in a matter of 24 hours. Right? So just be careful.
They already are for the far right.
Yeah.
Let's go back to stories.
I was asking this of
काफी
the
ज्यादा
private chat.
caste की बात कर रहे हैं.
Nothing but
Oh, no,
why,
so
why
the-
did they mention Jai Shri Ram and all over killing? What is the connection there?
so
Because there's no Hindu-Muslim issue.
Muslim gangster. It's enough.
But that's really not the point. Your gangster is about crime, not religion. No? I mean, you're doing
No,
criminal
they're
activity.
saying कि उसमें भी ये लोग आगे कैसा है अपने से हम लोग का गैंगस्टर होना मांगता है. We want Hindu gangster.
So they're
I
not upset
guess-
about the crime and the criminality. They're angry that you didn't join us in the same religion.
I guess.
That was the crime. Okay, just to be clear, it's a confusing country.
Yes.
Yeah, I thought it was smuggling, extortion, murder, arson, rape, kidnapping. वो कुछ नहीं है.
No.
It was
First-
just choosing the wrong religion.
Yes,
Okay, fair enough.
yes.
Now it makes sense. Aage, sir?
So, heartwarming first story is that
The moment you say it like that, we all know it's down here. Bolo.
students in schools now can get credits for their knowledge on the Vedas and the Puranas. And
Wow.
yes.
And we thought we can escape this discussion.
I'll let Urjita make the first reaction on this for safety. Because we had the Satyapal Singh yesterday. Didn't he say something ridiculous? Something about, what did he say about education? He's an education minister, Satyapal Singh. Just dig it up. He said something very funny. I can't remember what it was, but it was very interesting. If anybody knows in the chat, please tell us.
Was it about Savarkar flying on a...
Let's not go that far with names and all that, because it
No,
was
this is there in the new syllabus.
it was a general kind of comment where he discredited Western influence in some way. We'll find out.
They will soon say that science itself is Western, so let's not believe in any of this.
Yeah,
It's just inconvenient.
I'm okay as long as they keep the petrol price down. I'm okay with all this. I'll accept it.
They're not doing that either. So
Yeah, it's all about Lena and Dena. I want Dena, then I give Lena. All that. Sorry. So you were saying?
So you get credits for your knowledge on the Vedas and the Puranas. Now I don't know how this works, or whether it is just you being able to recite some hymns gets you, or it's like you studying it as a historical document. But then it's fine.
Yeah. Sorry, Arpit Bansal is saying, I like how they thought changing topics to story will make the show better. Superb. They don't miss a beat, huh?
Yeah.
Sorry, you were saying.
That's all it says. That's the story is.
So I don't know about you guys, but when I was in school,
1 minute. What do you think? You're older than us?
Huh?
What?
I don't know about your school portion. No, I
You're
was
done
just
with
only-
school, is it?
Pania.
Had to take it.
पीछे बल्ला उठा के 6 रन.
I had
My
to take
God, my God.
School joke, no. No, but
Sexist,
when-
ageist. Slowly it's all coming out. Peel the surface. Get the truth. Yeah.
so when I was in school, हमको संस्कृत में होते थे unseen verses.
You're very good at Sanskrit.
So how do you know I'm very good
Because
at
you've
Sanskrit?
been on the show before you went to that
मैंने
other
बोला था क्या कुछ
वो has
संस्कृत
it
का?
aged well वाला
अच्छा।
show take over क्या मेरा show उसके पहला you were very nice on the show.
During the
अरे
last
मुझे
semester in school, while you were also on the
97
show.
मिला
It's
था
amazing
100 में से.
you're a left liberal who speaks Sanskrit. What a waste. You can give the too much sign. We have a too much sign. बोलो.
बट नहीं उसमें हमें अनसीन वर्सेस होते थे जिसमें
हाँ.
हमको ऐसे भी रिसाइट करना पड़ता था और वेदा बट भगवत गीता के वर्सेस
Hmm.
सो वी हैड टू लर्न देम वी हैड टू रिसाइट देम एंड वी यूज्ड टू डू दैट एज पोएट्री
Hmm.
सो आई फील लाइक इफ इट इज लिमिटेड टू दैट एंड उनको अगर ऐसा ऐसा ज्यादा इंपॉर्टेंस नहीं दे रहे कि ओ यही सत्य है यही ये है एवरीबडी हैज टू अबाइड बाय द रूल्स ऐसा कुछ नहीं किया तो आई फील it's fine.
Yeah, I mean, if students
But-
start getting credit points for saying Manusmriti is scientific document, then
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
the end. Then.
Yes.
Firstly, Manusmriti is a long way off from Bhagavad Gita generally. Let's not, mix the two.
Yeah.
Secondly, what she's saying is like a piece of art. You're looking at it as literature, art, poetry, whatever, philosophy, even
Yeah.
fantasy, and you're enjoying it, and that's
Yes.
fine. But
So,
that's never been the problem. The problem is that people just, what is the famous line in Shakespeare? The devil cites scripture for his purposes. You take the line and you interpret it the way you want to, and you then, destroy it. Like
Yeah.
many things we have said on the show, people in the chat just destroy it. They make up their own version. They spin it the way they want to. How dare you?
as long as it doesn't go on Twitter, is fine.
We don't have blue marks, boss. Come on, yeah.
So we had credit system in Xavier's back in the day, and only the college had. This is now like pan India.
Huh.
So I took InterReligious Studies in credits.
One sec.
Oh.
You two
Yeah.
slowly, the truth is coming out, huh? You guys, I'm getting little worried. Rishi, thoda, मैं
No,
वहाँ पे
this was
आएगा.
a purely academic exercise. And
Interreligious
This was in
studies.
degree college or
A
junior?
man who
'Cause
became a
I was
leading
in-
comedian.
Because I was in junior college in Xavier's and we
One
didn't
second.
have this system.
Your
yeah.
father and him were in the same college. Don't get into this stage of please. There's no connection.
So degree college, and this is something you do on the side. Doesn't has no bearing on your results.
Hmm.
People will still take the same.
In those
subjects.
days, huh? Today it's a degree course proper. Huh.
Yeah, I don't know about that,
Hmm.
but so I took something outside of science that I was studying in academically, and it was great because you got to learn religions comparatively.
Hmm.
And I'm still coming from a household where you think that you are the best in the world. Obviously, that's how every religion is practiced.
Yeah.
So it was like a nice way to open up your mind. And we would have, whenever we would have any meeting in Xavier, not just for this course, in general, they would have a tradition where they would open the meeting with one prayer from each religion.
Oh my God, how long is that?
It's 5 minutes. And
God.
and Father Aubrey would do the Sanskrit prayers because he was a Sanskrit expert.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
And who did the other prayers? Was there Zoroastrian prayer?
I think at one point even this guy had come in who's on the run now. Who's the Islamic cleric who's in Malaysia now?
Zakir Naik.
Yeah.
Huh.
He used to come in at some time.
And let me guess. Did he do Islamic prayer? Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Because the Aubrey guy is going for the Hindu prayer and all something. Maybe they mix it up to be very secular. I'm just thinking that would be great, So this priest does that. I mean, that would be a great. That's the story I want to hear.
Yeah, this
Yeah.
was just before they found out.
What if they do it and they say ye galat hai?
But those are
So you were there when Zakir Naik was preaching?
No, he had come once or twice, and then after that he was in the news for all the other reasons. So it.
Anyway, now they've changed the alphabets. Now today the kids are being taught A for Ayodhya, B for Banaras, C for Chhatrapati. Am I right? That's the way it goes. It's all change, bro. Apple se kya hoga? Apple. Kids need knowledge. Yeah.
But those are simpler times. No, now if the same news had
But
come
boss, tell the truth. You are doing the thing to kill time. Okay, you're in Xavier's. You have to kill time. Least boring concept kya hoga? Yeah, where are all the girls? There's always got to be some reason.
Where are all the
No,
girls?
that's for
What?
education. Which is an art time. I took Russian because of women. It was only girls in the class. I said, how can we go wrong? 90 girls, 3 guys. I said, this is the place to start. And I went from 40 on 100 in Hindi to 1 on 50 in Russian. So I had to go back to Hindi and boys. It was very bad, yeah. So Hindi, I hate you more now, really. So I had a chance, but Russian was so difficult. There were 33 alphabets and 2 separate, big and smaller, 2 separate. They're not related. And bada and chota mein there's no link. So you can't even think, there's no link. So that's 66 different shapes.
So did you? Okay, tell me one pickup line you learned.
Yeah,
during that
Znayu
time.
Paruski, I know Russian.
Oh.
Eta my sobaka. This is my dog. I manage with these two.
But this is not a
I'm a
pickup
leading
line.
But
This is not a
that's not
pickup
how
line.
you do it. You have to take
Huh.
2 shots of vodka first straight. then you have to talk. Then it becomes easier.
Baba, don't remind me about my vodka days. I've tried to pick up so many women, but at the end of the day, someone picks me up from the floor. So there's no point. What a failure. I have the biggest failure rate. Kunal used to call me king of 25, as in 25%. So I was very good at 25% with girls, chatting them up little bit. Then I get too drunk. And then the girl says, who's this obnoxious bastard? And they run away. And then, the boys are looking after me. And that's the story of my life.
And still you managed to get married. So I think
Arey
there is
wo
hope for everyone. I feel.
Shadi.com pe kuch bhi ho sakta hai yaar.
You were on Shadi.com?
100%.
Parsimmatrimony.com alag hai.
Acha.
Wow, Aisha is not Parsi. Huh? Yeah. But if I marry a Parsi now, the panchayat will pay for everything.
Even if you do it now.
Yeah, because the numbers are dwindling. So there's all kinds of incentives out there. Third Parsi kid, everything is paid for. Number 3 child. Like the child is paid for till they reach college.
Really?
Paid
How
for.
many
Wow.
third kids are there in the whole community?
How many one kids are there, boss? Third kahan pe aayega? Mostly people have a bike. So let's get back. InterReligious Studies is segued somewhere else.
I think we have time for one more story before we take a break. Yeah.
Hmm.
So this is a truly heartwarming story.
Yeah.
Okay, so in a
Don't please, when you set it up like that, I know it's not. So why do you say that? I'm not. How stupid are we here?
There's always underlying social commentary, but the story at the face of it is so nice. It's almost like web series worthy. And even it's also written that way by the news guy, the journalist who wanted to become a novelist but couldn't. So
Audio of Goswami.
the village in MP where a guy.
One sec. There were 3 journalists in UP who shot somebody the other day. So when you're telling stories about media, be very careful.
A guy turns up at his village 2 years after he's thought of as dead.
Superb.
And they thought he died in the COVID pandemic, and the doctors only showed them ki ye aapka wala hai. And PPE kit, so it could be anybody.
Oh, right.
Oh, yeah.
What a great way to get gayab in life.
And organs, yeah. So
Organs, matlab?
that was the rumor everywhere that people are harvesting organs by just declaring random people dead under COVID.
Wow.
And
but then how do you exist, no? Because you have to have a life, you have to exist after that. Digital footprint hoga na uske baad. You have to have a parallel name.
Yeah, so that's why it gets murky. But the
Take down notes, people.
The build-up is very nice. The story starts by saying that with trembling hands, the wife puts Sindhu in her partition because she was still not sure कि ये भूत है.
That's a good one.
Also,
I mean, list of priorities.
Yeah.
First,
So then is that
meet
right
your
or wrong?
husband.
But like, she's being negative. She's being negative, basically.
No, I mean, it's been 2 years. It's a long time. What if she moved on in her life and had somebody
Oh,
new?
she's being positive, but she doesn't want him back. Yeah, okay. That makes sense.
What if she had moved on and had a new...
Of course, she should have moved on.
Yeah.
Those are... What is the statute of limitation or the reverse of that when your person dies?
I have never
2
been
weeks.
married, so
What
I
do you
don't
feel?
know.
Ki sensitivity ki baat hai. How long do you feel ki you should...
In child years, how long should it be?
Child,
For you, as a Sanskrit scholar, what do you
child years. कौन सी breed का child हूँ मैं?
think? Only on our show can 2 aging creeps shame the young person. It's just ridiculous. But how long? Tell me honestly. 6 months?
See, I feel like it's an individual thing. It really depends on how fast you want to move on.
But that doesn't...
It also depends whether you believe in ghosts or not. So,
What?
yeah, if you don't, then fuck it, it's gone. Let's move on.
Punit ka 24 hours point hai. I don't believe in ghosts. Okay, let's go Tuesday.
See, I took time even to move on from failed talking stages.
Right.
So I feel like I'm the wrong person.
But when you break up, now you brought it up, you break up,
I
right?
have never broken up with.
But you're with a guy right now.
Ha, but he's the first boyfriend.
Matter
so
of time, no? Matter of time. So,
don't say that, okay? Hello.
ए सिंदूर लगा के आ गया क्या?
You're too young to think of all this forever.
Yeah. What is positivity coming from?
Yeah.
Talk to us. Those who are stuck in marriage are also feeling failure. Those who are out of it are also feeling failure. It's all failure. You're looking forward to failure.
No, but
Now,
this
say it
is
in
a good
Sanskrit.
way to prepone your first divorce. So
Yeah,
it's okay.
yeah.
You get the shit
Have
out of
low
the-
expectations. Expect it not to go past the weekend. You'll feel okay. You can check with the chat. Married people in the chat, give us your help the young girl understand life. First
अरे,
boyfriend.
don't ask them. They will say same caste करेगा तो अच्छा रहता है.
हाँ.
हाँ, अभी भी चल रहा है. Oh fuck. They are discussing. Oh god.
The Brahmins in the chat have gone berserk. They've gone to war.
Somebody is asking me, Urjita, what is his height? What? What the
What is his height?
Hey, how did they
I'm
ask?
not saying. I'm not divulging any
Hey, come on,
information.
what is interesting now, yaar? Bol
What?
na.
No, I'm not
You have to
saying
tell
that.
his Gotra also first.
Yeah.
Height secondary.
Yeah.
That I can tell.
How many cousins
Very
apart?
That I can. Time of birth 2:33 p.m.
Manglik. Spurge is just putting down all of his breed.
Hey, I think this is a good idea. I should tell Amit that there's a good scope for a casteist podcast also.
Yeah.
Except on IVM platform.
Yeah. I mean, really, Punit, when you're looking for love, why stop? But tell us a little bit about the guy, na? Because somebody said you spent the night somewhere just now.
No. I'm coming from home.
I didn't.
What
Uska
is-
matlab, mera कहने का मतलब अलग.
What?
Hello, look at this guy. I was trying to say that you were living near. We had a discussion that you're running late, but you were living with someone or
No.
nearby.
Today I'm coming from home. Isliye I was supposed to.
Rishi,
like,
why you
live
said
at
that she's got? You and Silvery said she's staying at somebody's house. Then somebody said maybe boyfriend. That's what happened. That's the real. I swear, to my mother, that's the real conversation that happened. Okay, we were wondering because she said she'll be here on
Now
time.
we are sounding like her neighborhood aunties only.
Yeah.
But
But what is? Can I ask this? So, are you allowed to stay in his house? I mean, like stay with him, or is it a modern relationship, or you're saving yourself for the right caste?
Oh God.
Huh.
Guys. मैं घर से आ रही हूँ. ठीक है अभी.
Wow.
अपने घर से आ रही हूँ.
What a Miss India answer. Like,
but Cyrus, this was so regressive.
Yeah.
I just thought that Silvery and Rishi were having this discussion with me just now before both of you all came in. Where is she? So I said, is she coming from Kalyan? This and no, she's coming from nearby. Oh, did she stay somewhere? So then we said, who could she have stayed with? Then she has a boyfriend. So I said, maybe it's a girl. I said, maybe it's a girl. I was the one who protected you and I was the conservative one. And I said, it's possible.
Yeah.
It's just a
But what's wrong with me staying with a guy?
You have friends.
Very
Nothing wrong. Nothing wrong. But
Very
they were
conservative.
saying in a
What
dirty way. Rishi was going, hey, Antariksh, hey, and doing all this acting here behind your back. Okay, I made a point to fight for your honor. And I said, what rubbish is all this? It could be anyone. It's
Fight
just
for your
practical.
honor.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
मैं तो थोड़ा medieval हूँ.
I was very medieval.
There you go, 15th century.
But you also
Is
said
today's episode like getting shot in the 80s or we are just
Look at who you're with.
has it aged well? No, it has
No.
died already.
Stop aging. That's what it says. Yeah.
Hey, you can get anti-aging cream as sponsor. No, that would be a good
Please, we discussed the cream, no? That CCPC in the beginning.
CCPC.
who can get anti
And you'll use it for both ends. I don't want anything to do with this cream.
Your
scary.
podcast.
Has it aged well?
Yeah.
Acha, oh. Okay.
Chirag's message is Cyrus is not a member only episode. So obviously a lot of politically incorrect things have been said. Punit, you cannot come on the show. Because of you, all this is happening. Really. All I said is it's possible she's living nearby. That's it. And these guys went berserk. Should have kept the camera on then. No? Let them know the truth. What are your rules for dating for your kids then? What rules? You haven't met my kids. One says get out of the way. The TV is on. The other one says give me your phone. I want to order food. That's our relationship. What rules do I tell them when you have kids like that? Please get your own kids so they can make you feel bad about your life. Which is never coming back to Saida. What rubbish. After I experienced with Abbas, this is a walk in the park. Yeah.
To just finish off the story, the guy claimed that for 2 years he was held captive by a gang.
What a boss.
Yeah, and they just kept him unconscious for 2 years by injecting him with shit. And he's still alive, so all the organs are still there.
So the day Muhammad Atik gets shot, he's free.
Yeah, I mean, he's free from Maya.
Stop.
Do we take a break on these? Yeah.
I think that people are begging for that. Okay, our podcast has gone premium. It's called Club Cyrus Says. You can be a member. Join now. Don't waste any more time. In fact, don't listen to me. Just go and join. You'll get exclusive tidbits, features, insights, all kinds of stuff that nobody else will get. It'll be just for you. Join now. Become a member of Club Cyrus Says. Ji haan.
Hey everyone, it's been another great week on the IVM Podcast Network. Listeners, presenting to you Club Vartalab, the premier tier offering for our podcast. Here you get a number of perks like access to extra bits and clips from the episodes, completely unfiltered, uncut and raw. The chance of watching or listening to the full episodes 2 days before the official release. And absolutely free of cost entry to the Vartalab Just Us live shows. That's right, stories in person. Occasional live streams of the episode tapings on YouTube, an exclusive members-only Telegram group with Akash and Naveen, and you also get your name on the producer slates at the very end credits of all the video episodes. So go to youtube.com/@Vartalab and click on the join button to become a member now. On Cyrus Says, Cyrus is joined by actress Mithila Palkar. They talk about her endeavors in mainstream acting, theatre and regional cinema. And we also get to hear her sing some beautiful songs for us. On Think Fast, Varun and Suchita are joined by Pranav Mani of Brain & Co. They talk about culture from a Gen Z perspective and what appeals to this generation. And on Vartalab, Naveen and Akash are joined by poet and writer Preeti Vangani. The trio talks about the different scams that are happening over the world and the problems with the society. Once again, do not forget to visit our merch store on ivmpodcast.com. We've got some super cool and exciting stuff over there for you and your loved ones. Follow us on social media. We are at IVM Podcast on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram and LinkedIn. If you like our shows, then do not forget to spread the word. You know, it really helps us a lot. And of course, don't forget to rate and review our shows on whatever platform you are listening to them. All our video shows are also available on youtube.com/IVM Podcasts. And finally, we'd like to thank our sponsors this week, Cash Repayments and HDFC Mutual Fund. Thank you so much for making this possible.
Urjita, people are shouting at me and saying that you're not talking and that these two old men are making all kinds of, not conservative, but strange comments. Would you like to just say
They
something?
said conservative only.
They said?
They said conservative
Okay,
only.
we'll take it. Whatever. You also become like that, huh, Punit? No more the liberal. You're liberal only if they're under a bridge and if they're trains.
Yeah.
Then you're very liberal.
Yeah.
I think he needs, what is the word muse? His muse are trains and bridges. You take that away from the city, you'll be crippled. It'll take away your power.
Even today, I was thinking when I got down at car station.
Oh, God.
And it's always crowded at the bridge where you get down from. Like, it's huge crowded.
Huh.
So I was thinking that maybe they changed Elphinson's name because they wanted people to forget about the bridge that fell down. Conspiracy theory, but still.
But do you think metro is going to ease it up or not?
No.
Should-
People who travel by cars, so they don't give a fuck. They'll come.
That's the
that way.
problem. The next generation has to not use the car like in the West. Okay, that's why London and all are successful with this, New York, the big cities, because the rich, middle class, poor, everybody goes on the tube, the metro in this case.
Yeah.
So if that doesn't happen, what a waste of time for 10 years.
In Mumbai, I don't think it will happen.
Mera generation ka nahi ho paega, but I'm saying next generation.
It will happen only
Your
if
generation
like you
onwards.
spike up the prices. मतलब और अलग से अगर
Spike
transport
up या spike down?
spike up the prices for
I think
मतलब
spike
अगर
up.
उधर भी yeah so like
can
अगर
make
This is why
car-
Maharashtrians shouldn't
So
do
like-
business.
No,
What the
no,
hell are you
no.
saying?
अरे
How?
so I'm telling you no so
हाँ.
like if you say कि अच्छा ये अलग से ये जो public transport हमने बनाया this is only for super rich people.
Oh, okay. Again,
Yeah.
oh God, this
Yeah.
caste system of yours really.
Yeah, I'm saying that is how it will work for.
So you want to think the chop should be
Indians.
there,
Yeah.
and that only with the chop will people
So
actually take
people
to it.
like
So
getting
they feel privileged
associated
still.
with yeah.
What thinking? Very good
Oh.
thinking. You agree, Punit?
Yeah,
जी?
we are, besides being caste, we are also very classist as a society.
हाँ.
So then.
तो मैंने बैठ सकते हो उसके साथ, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
You
I
you
not
check
mingle
out
with-
you check out मतलब कभी भी रेलवेज के बारे में डिस्कशन चल रहा होगा ना check out the kind of comments people have. People say that oh prices इतना कम क्यों है उससे कोई भी चढ़ जाता है ट्रेन में. That is the number one concern. I kid you not. These are actual
That's what we
comments.
say about aeroplanes. Actually, you know, that's exactly.
So
It's a
that's
horrible
what-
thing to say, but this is the exact conversation the slightly more privileged say when they see people at the airport. ये देखो कहाँ से आ गया? It's like a bus stop.
So
Mr. Vijayakar is famous for these comments all the time.
which is wrong.
Can you imagine this guy's
Which
on the
is
plane?
so
This guy's on the
wrong.
plane. ये plane पे कैसे पहुंच गया? You know,
It's such a privileged thing to say, which is why I'm saying that
It's-
this is the only way
it's
you
such a
will
natural
get rich
thing to say.
people. That's why I'm saying that
Yeah.
it will like this is the only way you will get rich people to travel in public
So we are
transport.
doomed,
If you
boss.
say
you can't do this because then again you're a conjuice rich person like me. Oh, not rich, but conjuice for sure.
This would take decades of
Bro,
money has to be. You need to be richer.
no.
So there's so much distance between the rich and the poor that automatically there'll be barriers.
So what do we do? Let's create 3 countries, no?
as long
One
as
Hindustan-
the privileged people will keep thinking that everything that they have is because of their hard work alone, I don't
So
think
let's
this
create
problem
3
will
Indias.
go.
There'll be Amiristan, Garibistan, and the real bad one will be Fuckistan, which is all of us in the middle who really get nothing. Yeah, I think that should be the. What do you think? Shall I start working on it?
They'll still milk religion for 100 years. Then they will come to this.
True. Also, which city will we get? That's the big question.
That's the big one. Yeah.
Which one do you want?
I would call dibs on Bangalore if I.
Bangalore, maybe
Yeah,
Bangalore.
yeah.
Hey, don't take Bangalore, yeah. Okay, we're in the same city. Okay, we'll take Bangalore. You want your Mumbai or not?
I'm
Last
Mumbai
chance.
because public transport.
Yeah.
मुझे trains बहुत मैं कितनी भी अमीर हो जाऊँ मैं trains ही prefer करूँगी.
Wow. Man, she's so rich, she buys the train. So she's so bad, they all thrown her the train. Yeah, ma'am ka personal train. Fuck off.
We have a super chat coming in.
Oh, good.
Yeah, this is from Kush Gupta, who has generously given
It's
110
rupees, huh?
bucks.
Don't get an
Yeah,
erection.
yes.
It's only 110 rupees, not dollars. He was so happy कि $44 आ गया. $44 कभी नहीं आएगा.
There are right-winger comics. It's just that they are not
Hey, read it,
funny
read
enough
it.
for you to discover them. That's the truth.
Okay, I'll just repeat it in case your audio. Why are all comedians left or center? I'm yet to find a right-wingy comic. So you answered it, but can you take names?
I can't.
एक दो है.
Why will I take names?
Right wing. Hindi में एक दो है. But I just don't remember all the names.
No.
I've done an event with one guy who's fully like, we just did jokes on the opposition in Congress.
Hindi maybe wouldn't know, but there are a very few comics within.
Because you guys don't let them come up, no? You all have your own caste system here.
YouTube is free for everybody.
Yeah.
They can put it out there.
But they are not known as comedians.
It's
They're
just
known
that
as politicians.
It
That's different.
becomes very difficult to make fun of shitting on minorities. It is
Yeah.
possible.
Yeah.
Just from a joke point of view, but it just will take more skill, and
Yeah.
we're not there yet.
You have to be oppressed to enjoy, no? As the oppressor, it's just like bullying. It doesn't make sense.
Yeah, because there's punching down in that
Yeah,
concept. But the
correct.
thing is, the audience right now is still very privileged. The ones who come for the shows,
Hmm.
and they come from a liberal.
But I don't
mindset.
think it's that. I think you're always on the side of the underdog. Wherever in the world, whichever culture, the underdog is the
But
hero.
then that way, Raga should be popular more. No,
He's the underdog, but he's also looked at as an affluent rich guy, no? And Silver Spoon, Congress ka, what's the word they use?
Chirag.
Destiny, dynasty, dynastic politics and
in
all
fact,
this.
the question itself sort of answers itself, because he's the follow-on line is that why no right-wing comedians? Because isn't it easier to do jokes on Rahul Gandhi than on Modi? No, Modi jokes are much easier because there's the guy sitting right there like the king of the world,
Yeah.
and of course you want to punch that down
And bring him down.
Yeah, and whereas for Raga, where everybody's abusing him every day, you don't want to be the 110th in the line to say ki hi chutya ye bhi. So
I have a very good way to get both of them, sort of you bring them both together. Like Rahul Hindi, Narendra Bhai English, and they have a debate. And we'll release them. And you have rules. Like you can't say women empowerment, you can't say mitro. You give them, you cut away their power. And then let's see where it goes. What do you think? A free for all.
that's a good one.
Huh?
Yeah,
Let's do it in Sanskrit.
victimless life.
How good is your Sanskrit now?
अभी तो मुझे कुछ नहीं आता.
No. Really? But by rote, there must be all those. You must be having some.
So if you ये जो मैं verses पढ़ती थी वो पूरा रट्टा पोपट जैसा
हाँ.
पढ़ती थी. So अभी अगर if you ask me, I won't know anything. But if you read,
One line, it'll come into your head
and then
immediately.
I'll be able to tell you the second line.
Wow.
So yeah,
Hindustan जैसे no. Let's move on. Let's move on.
your understanding of Sanskrit is very.
I come from the Maurya dynasty. It's a different time. Yeah.
So further on the difference between us and the Western countries, there's a news report which says that I want an Indian Ricky Gervais, man.
Yeah.
Oh,
तुमको इंग्लिश समझ में नहीं आती क्या? रिकी जर्वेस ही देख लो इंग्लिश में.
Is there
क्या
anyone
है?
who's like Ricky
he
Gervais in
wouldn't
India?
survive a week. No, they would
Yeah.
kill him.
God, yeah, that's
They
true.
would lynch him.
That's true. I mean, he goes
They
after
wouldn't
fat
wait
people,
for
short
an
people. I mean, forget the political people. Everyone, the whole woke culture will
They
kill him.
wouldn't even wait for an FIR if there was Ricky Gervais in India.
Do you all get into trouble when you do comedy against types of people and all? Forget the politics.
Not so much.
The wokeism is not a big issue here, no?
No. The woke people don't have money in India. So
Yeah. Thank God we control those guys at least. No end to it.
another super chat from Anonymous Analysis. That's the name.
Puneet, you have to answer this question. Sorry, I know we're doing too many AMAs, but please, did you ever try just for Puneet? Did you ever try saving your hair? I'm Paul League at 22,
Wow.
says the writer. Anonymous Analysis is his name. Doc says Finasteride will
Yeah.
save my hair, but one of the side is ED. Now, you're absolutely correct. You should ask me this question, Mr. Anonymous. Finasteride, the trade-off is it affects your erections, and the longer you take it, the more it'll affect. So that's your decision. You want hair or you want head?
But
You
I
decide.
see ED in the long term. So
No, but you can't say when it hits you.
it'll
So
hit
this-
later. So
Are you guaranteeing him? Go ahead, take it. Because Puneet told you that you can take 7 weeks. Mein kuch nahi hoga. Go ahead. Let's see what happens.
wow, what
Yeah.
an AMA.
Yeah.
Okay,
But
so
look at the pressure is put on us now suddenly because of you. His parents are going to come to us because of you.
So of course I tried. Everybody tries because it changes your entire look, right? And no matter
You
how
tried?
much, yeah, whatever I could. So and because I started losing hair from an early age because both sides genetically.
Anup hair oil, all that nonsense or rubbing it and all. You did all that.
No, I went to like dermats only. So
So you spend money with the frauds. The normal frauds which you can just get like hair oil and all. That's much better.
dermatologist will first give you vitamins and all of that. So there is
Yeah.
Ismail, can I tell you something? Urjita, you don't know about, I don't know if you notice about men. I don't know in your family if they're balding men or not. But my good friend Kunal, because the sense of positivity, Now somebody told him about some Korean thing like this to apply. And he said, no, it worked on this other guy. His hair is back and all that. If there is a breakthrough like this, that person will be a multi-billionaire, zillionaire, because 20% of men have balding issues, and everyone will buy this product.
Yeah.
But people are so blinded by their positivity ki kuch ho paega, and the hope inside.
I think it's just desperation. People are so
Yeah,
desperate.
okay,
They will
majboori,
believe
whatever you want
in
to call it. Yeah.
anything. Yeah. So in today's world of science, also, like you said, any new guy can still come up and claim for a few months that this is 100%.
So some pal of him says ki aa gaya wapas piche baal and this, that and the other, and he's buying it.
Yeah.
It's rubbish.
I think you can do topical treatments. They work. So if there's something called Mintop lotion. So no, we can no names. हाँ, Minoxidil. Sorry, yeah, that's the brand name.
You said no name.
नहीं brand name नहीं बोलने का ना, ऐसा कुछ है.
Like Rallies India, you can't say. Is that what you're saying? Okay.
Yeah. There's a Minoxidil. Let's say.
But somebody told me if a really old lady, let's say 80 plus, sits naked on your head, it'll help the hair. Is it true? तुमने try किया या नहीं?
I mean, if you can afford it, so might as well try.
What?
I can vouch for it. I shaved my hair with that. I thought my wife would be happy.
He's talking about Finasteride. Yeah. You want hair or you want that? You make up your mind. Can't give you both. Yeah. Oh, don't worry. Both will go at some point. Guys, enjoy yourself as long as you can.
While we are on the topic of aging, France is considering legalizing assisted
euthanasia.
Yeah.
Assisted matlab, because otherwise it's suicide. No? Euthanasia means it has to be sort of given by somebody else.
Yeah.
Like an IVM, if any one of us puts a hand up and says we want to be killed, everybody volunteers. It's like everybody volunteers. Emails come immediately on the spot. People are responding. Bolo, sorry.
So they are considering yet. Already there are some European countries where it is legal. It started with Netherlands, Belgium is there. So some people go.
So the bill
is it legal in India? I don't think it's legal in India.
No, India, it is legal to kill. Didn't you see what happened in UP? It's just not a big issue.
In India, we have to legalize.
Yeah,
That was
what
euthanasia.
happened in UP? That
Gangster,
made me feel.
member of parliament.
Why,
Bang, bang, bang.
Why go to America when you can
exactly.
stay in UP?
Of course.
Same experience.
And they've got a lovely slogan. If the gangster doesn't kill you, the police will. If the police won't kill you, then, journalists will. Somebody will kill you. And at 45 degrees, the heat will kill you.
In India, we have to legalize living with dignity first.
Yeah.
Then euthanasia can come in.
Yeah.
So we are a long way off. But this is a thing. This is almost like a tourism thing. Many people in the Western world who want to avail of this, and their home country doesn't do it, they go there. They buy one-way ticket, I guess.
Switzerland, there are enough countries who allow it.
Yeah.
That's a nice way to put it. But they buy one-way
How many of our listeners will take euthanasia over the show? That's the question.
I think there's one more super chat coming in. Yeah.
Hey, we got $220 from the last gentleman. We should have thanked him. We forgot to.
We got.
Shadab has already given us.
dollars.
Shadab is. This is Canadian. So that's what, 60 odd. So 120. Let's say $130. $130. How much it cost for me to dye my hair black? I don't know. Because in the pandemic, I had this guy from the road.
It costs more than what you paid us. So I think.
No. It doesn't cost that much.
No.
I think it takes about $400 for the hair dye is more. Cut is about 200. 250. Then we give him chai, so I don't tip him. Is that okay? If chai pilaya, why should I tip him? Both, why should I do? What am I, fucking running an NGO? Chai, khana, TV dekho, match chalu hai, bench chod, aur uske baad paisa bhi. And I'm not even. And these guys think they're artists. The Hajam thinks he's the greatest artist. He brings his mirror to me. Obviously, who's not interested in all this. Ye dekho, wo dekho. It's not Rajesh Khanna, for God's sake. What difference does it make?
You can't say Hajam anymore.
You can't say Hajam?
Yeah, you have to say stylist.
Okay, it's stylist. He's North Indian.
Stylist.
Got it.
But have you noticed they show the mirror at the end when it's already done? So now you can't do much.
I think he fogs up the mirror and then shows I can't see anything here. I don't know what happens. Why?
Do they do this in ladies' beauty parlors? Do they hold
The sides, back and sides, which you can't
yeah.
see.
Yeah. But we have to turn and hold it ourselves.
Why? They're so lazy. And
No,
they
not
charge you even
lazy.
more.
It's that, no, because हमें अपना angle set करना होता है ना, so.
मतलब?
पता नहीं. मैं इतने फैंसी ब्यूटी पार्लर्स में गई नहीं हूँ, ठीक है?
Wow.
मैं बेसिक वालों में जाती हूँ.
She goes to only Sanskrit speaking parlors also. What's
But
going
actually,
on?
I've tried fancy beauty parlors and they all suck because they make me feel bad about my whole body. They're like, आपके बाल गंदे, आपकी शक्ल गंदी है.
How can they say that?
Everything
You're
is
kidding.
bad. No, genuinely.
Shakal gandhi hai.
So,
How can she talk to you like that?
Yeah. Of course, not in
That-
those
that's
words.
what all the ads
I want to know
do.
what she said. What would she say that you feel that?
First of all, they want to sell you products. That's their aim. उनको target मिला होता है.
Bring
They're
you
like,
down so you feel
आपके बाल इतने
Marketing
गंदे
lesson,
हैं,
यार.
आपकी
That's how all
skin
ads
इतनी
work.
dry है, आपकी शक्ल पे आप अगर glow ये लगा दो, वो कर दो, ये कर
What a
दो.
lesson in marketing. Yeah, I love this girl.
Yeah.
It's like how you take
So
a
she
car-
kills your self-confidence and you
Yeah.
spend money.
Yeah. So mostly they talk about the hair. कि अच्छा आपके
Do you have
बालों
a
में ना
name?
ये
Our marketing and sales team need a boost here. You just give me names.
names of who?
These ladies will hire them for IVM.
Pinky Beauty Parlor.
No, Pinky Beauty Parlor. Just Google Pinky Beauty Parlor.
I didn't say Pinky Beauty Parlor. He said that. I think it's a movie, Pinky Beauty Parlor.
And Pinky Singh is the male owner, by the way. So he's the wrong guy to call. We need to get that girl, Babita ji, the one who did
It's
that.
like how you take your car for servicing, then they sell you कि थोड़ा waxing भी करा लो, सब मस्त मजा आएगा.
Yeah.
My one guy just opened the bonnet and started pouring the coolant, which is 200, 350 bucks per. I was like, what are you doing? He said, "वो बहुत कम है." You can't decide. You have to ask us. The moment they open that, you have to pay them. No, it's
Yeah.
ridiculous. Extortion. This country is all about
Hey,
extortion.
have you ever done a facial, Cyrus? Got it done?
But for films and all that, for a couple of reality shows, they come and do all this to you. Like for Penthouse, which is not released for God knows why. They took me to this guy's salon. What is his name? Very famous guy in Bandra. Huh? Hakib Alim. Yeah, correct. Hakib Alim. I mean, he was there. Very sweet guy. And I asked him also how much would I have had to pay if they weren't paying for it. It was some 3,500 rupee treatment.
For what?
I don't know. I looked as bad at the end of it. But he did something.
Something to do with face.
पता नहीं वो कंप्यूटर पे कुछ लगाया कंप्यूटर पे कुछ जनरेट किया टक 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 because
For Photoshop, he charged
all-
you so much.
yes for all ugly Indians they give you a concept. It's like an advertising. The concept is there. Concept ke baad, they're all feeling very happy. Concept looked good, and then they do something. And but he did something. The hair became all little different here and there. Like when I went back into the car, the driver said, "Tu kaun hai?" And didn't let me sit. I had to take an Uber because I did look a little different for 5 days. After washing it 5 times, it's over. Yeah.
We have Naveen in the comments trying to sell his Kolkata
Which
show.
Naveen? Naveen?
Yes, our
Apro Naveen?
Yes, our Naveen.
Naveen bhai?
Yes.
What is he? Why is he going yo-yo Aniket and what kind of private conversation behind our backs? As his shows have hijacked this show.
This is his.
Kolkata. Naveen is in Kolkata on what day? Sunday. On Sunday, the 23rd, he's in Kolkata.
Yeah.
Fight the heat wave and come to my show. That's his advertising. We'll have to have a word with him offline. Not very good. Yeah.
Are we
Hakim
doing
Ali.
more AMS? You want to do one more story?
Urjita's gone to sleep.
AMS. Okay.
Yeah.
Huh?
You want to do it? Yeah, let's do
Oh,
one more story,
yes,
I feel. Or AMS, whatever.
Oh.
I don't know why am I answering this question.
Mr. Nobody says, I love Urjita's smile and face. I please don't appreciate, please didn't
No.
appreciate. People. I feel like a failure. Don't appreciate beauty. Why do you want to not do AMAs when they write like this? This will never come for Punit and me.
Oh man. He's typing like we used to do in Yahoo Messenger.
But
no?
Sameer's question is Mr. Nobody Urjita's boyfriend, who she won't discuss?
No. No, I'm very sure.
He
No.
wouldn't pay 44 to
Mr. Nobody, can you show us your picture? Then we can just see her reaction.
No, he's a nobody. So
No, nobody's a nobody. Everybody's a somebody. They're just a nobody for some time. Then they become a somebody. So everybody can be a somebody. Don't have to be a nobody. That's the
इसका
lesson.
ना रील अलग से काट के मोटिवेशनल म्यूजिक लगाना.
Mr. Nobody, can we see your pretty face? Urjita is not settled on the boyfriend. No? Are you settled with this guy? Like 100% permanent?
What is this question?
No, you're so young, yaar. At this age, why should it be permanent?
Cyrus' inner auntie is coming out.
I feel that she should not commit. Why should she commit? पता नहीं क्या है out there. Out there कुछ भी हो सकता है. Why should you just end it and eliminate all the chances in life? No. Urjita, keep 10% open like this, always. Even after marriage. Especially after marriage.
What?
10% after first marriage.
Why not getting a picture? Sameer says, I want to be a somebody. But he's saying it to Mr. Nobody. Okay, guys, can you flirt on Naveen's channel? What's going on here?
Okay, let's go to the AMS. We have NS, the first one. Does Cyrus says panel have some sort of signaling or code sign that
They
they
should.
use to prevent any topic or discussion going in the wrong direction? Oh,
They should.
In the meantime, somebody said that the best joke on TWTW, but then I didn't read it.
Is this a question or a suggestion?
Best joke from TWTW by Cyrus was raining so much in Delhi that the local molester could not go out to work. Not completely untrue. Does the Cyrus panel have some sort of
Yeah,
signaling or
we
code?
did this already.
Done that.
Yeah.
I feel so. I blink twice in the camera. If I
Yeah.
feel like a conversation is going, if I want to tell people that I'm not a part of this, I just blink twice.
But I
That's
feel
a-
you're not telling me enough about this guy. I'm very interested in that whole relationship, and I just want to know more.
Not over here. I don't want to discuss my relationship on your
But
show.
it's all about being open on the show. Puneet and I don't hold back. We tell everything.
Ha-
He-
have,
he
have
ex-
you been?
He's discussed ED and Finasteride and all that. There's nothing that we are worried about. My to marriage, kids, everything comes out here, right? What have we hidden?
Yeah, but now has her mom paid you off to do this?
No, we're not getting her married or anything. We just want to know who the guy is. He's just not telling us. And he's a comedian, right?
No.
So then he must be audience.
What is wrong?
What does he do for a living? Has it aged well?
Vigorously blinking.
Okay, next question
Yes,
from
please.
GK. What will be your advice for people who first time bring pets to the house?
What is it? Acting like it's something complex here. It's like having a baby except with better manners. You just, look after the pet. What is that? But the only thing is the baby doesn't grow up here, so you look after the pet for life. That your
Yeah.
commitment is there.
And he
You
won't
can't-
ask for Jaidat like a baby. So
No, he won't. And he won't betray you when he's 14 by marrying outside the community. That won't happen. Mostly.
no,
I
no,
mean,
she's more than 14. Cyrus.
Who?
Urjita.
पता नहीं यार. Looks भी एक चीज है. Urjita, tell us about the guy. And
What is wrong with
see, these bastards all want to know. अब मेरा shoulder से firing हो रहा है, but they all want to know. And when you leave the room, they will all discuss it again. I just want to be open.
Why would you want to know about my boyfriend?
It's interesting. I'm really
Curiosity.
stuck on the fact that where did you come from in the morning? And that's bothering my head. And
What
I can't think beyond it.
Just stop.
But the stupid Silvery put it in my head. Hey, boyfriend. Rishi, tu such bol, bencho. Such bol. Yeah, don't get away from this. All the because they're more quiet, you think they're not rascals or what? Don't noise level and what's the thing? Introvert, extrovert has got nothing to do with the bloody mental thinking of the person.
मैं कहीं से भी आऊँ, किधर से भी आऊँ, किसी के भी घर से आऊँ, आपके बाप का क्या जाता है? With all due respect, आपके बाप का, दादा का, भाई का क्या जाता है? With all due
Wow.
respect.
Feisty one, I tell you. It reminds me of the young Mayavati. Huh? What's going on here? Okay, Shadab is now going berserk. Urjita, leave him and I'll pay for your CC cream. In dollars.
भाई 100 रुपए का आता है, तू कोई ज्यादा पैसे नहीं उड़ा
Hey,
ले मेरे
Urjita,
लिए, क्या है?
You've stolen the hearts of 3-4 already, huh? I openly, pata nahi, there might be some who are not even mentioning it here. So you're doing very well. Urjita, Anu V is saying blink twice. She's female though. Huh?
Bruce Wayne is in the AMS.
He's not been. Where's Bruce? I haven't heard from Bruce Wayne. Batman got injured on the job for some time. Yeah.
And the only safe political topic in India,
America elections. Yeah.
Do you think Biden will be the nominee?
I think it's a big. Let's talk Democrats first. What do you think, Puneet? I think it's a big mistake. I think he's just what Rahul Gandhi did to the Congress in 2014 after the Arnab interview, where he was just like a bad penny for them.
Yeah.
The Biden ka behind is just joke after joke after joke now.
Yeah.
No one's taking him seriously.
Hmm.
How can you put him in front of the electorate again?
Yeah.
He's lost that credibility, whether rightly or wrongly, alag baat. But I'm just saying that he just looks medically unfit, mentally unfit.
Yeah.
So what's the point?
There must be so many stack of sort of trade-offs that they have nobody else who can represent all the
Baba,
sides. with.
if you can afford to make Donald Trump look good, then you've really failed at politics. No? Let's face it. Now,
Hell-
coming to the more interesting thing is the DeSantis versus Trump,
Yeah.
because Trump is very much in that race.
Yeah.
Whatever people say.
Yeah, and I
So,
think
as a proud Indian who loves America, let's discuss this.
and him being prosecuted only helps him, I think, his case.
No, now he's the victim.
Yeah.
He's learned from Indian politicians. How
Yeah.
quickly you go into victim card, no? Fatafat, you go from the
Hmm.
triumphant alpha.
Which is what
to the
makes
victimized.
Rahul Gandhi's cases also more perplexing. That why would they give him so much importance?
But they were a little scared. They're definitely a little scared. Under all the papu, they are a little scared of him
Hmm.
because whatever you say, his name still carries some worth. And that Padyatra that they took off from Kochi to Kashmir or whatever it was, Kanyakumari to Kashmir, it had some effect
For
from
sure.
a PR point of view.
For sure.
Urjita herself stopped speaking in Sanskrit for a week. Right? And the boyfriend's name is Mayank Jain.
You can give us his Sanskrit name.
Shri Purush. Hey, come on, tell us. Now everybody wants to know. Because
Nobody wants
it's
to know.
distracting the show. We can't get ahead of this show only because
No,
of this.
if you talk about interesting things, maybe you will get. Is there a new topic? Do we have another topic?
We have one for
I
us.
swear by
Yeah,
God,
one.
people, we will find out who this guy is when Urjita will be back many times, and slowly we'll break it down. Slowly.
Yeah.
I'll be back in the year 2025. I feel.
Don't worry.
The guy will be gone by then, so it's
Of
okay.
course, Punit, don't break a heart. You know the truth is out there.
He might have 2 kids by then.
It's a couple of weekends
People
at
are
most.
paying you money
Yeah.
to not bring this topic up. So David Villa has paid 110 rupees. Hey, मुझे cut चाहिए आज के episode में.
And more importantly,
Cyrus-
if you're really David Villa, then please come on the show. Yeah, really. Yeah. All right, are we done?
Yes, some AMS. One
One
last
last,
AMS.
one
Okay,
last,
okay. You guys pick one.
Rishi will pick it because he's the smartest.
Okay. Oh, Shweta is asking us.
Ah,
about
Pune comedy. Yeah. Just say it. Shweta is asking. Yeah.
So me
And she's from
Urjit-
Pune.
Oh yeah, it was a. So should we? Oh, you should read out.
Just
the
read it
question.
out, no,
I
guys,
just
come on.
forget the part that we have to read the question.
36% audio
Take it,
listenership.
take it.
Punit and Urjita, please tell us all about your Pune Comedy Festival experience. Not the nice things, please. वो देख लिया Insta पे. Okay, फिर तो बुरी चीज कोई नहीं है ऐसा. But so this was my first time performing at a comedy festival, and I was very excited about it. कितने audience होंगे दोपहर के
Close
time?
to 5,000.
Close to
when we
5.
started less,
So-
but by the
So I'll tell you the not the bad part, but like so कैसा होता है ना कि there are 3 sets of comedians that perform. So जो पहला set होता है, they are the lesser known comedians. Second set, slightly less famous
Fucking
comedians.
caste system here also.
And the third set is super famous comedians like Zakir
Punit-
Khan, Rohan
the
Joshi.
headliners.
Huh.
Yeah.
The headliners, yeah. So Punit was in the second set, I was in the first set, but I was closing. I was the closer of the first set. Okay, I was doing 10 minutes. Are you understanding?
I
what
thought
I'm
first
saying?
set is the third set. Now I'm confused.
No,
First
first
yeah,
set
third
is the lesser known comedian.
Only second set is clear.
But it's easier to understand looking at me. No, I'm not the headliner. I'm the lesser known
Can I
comedian.
tell you, I know more about you than Zakir. So what are you saying? I'm confused.
Yeah, but less than a boyfriend. So
If Zakir is your boyfriend, that changes everything. Then first set, yeah, third set, you're both on second set. Huh.
But no, so I was in the first set, and this was my first time performing at a festival. I was nervous and excited, and I thought that fuck 10 minutes kaise jayega, even though I had the material. It's not like I didn't have any material. I had the material. So pura ek to when the first laugh hit me, like in the first 5 seconds, I was like, okay, that's it. Itna difficult nahi hai. And then when the 10 minutes were up, I was like, okay, और 20 minute करना है भाई साहब, और अगर 30 minute कर सकते हैं तो.
Wow.
But it was a great experience.
So you had a great experience, unlike Punit.
So this is the first time, no? And it's nice to see the enthusiasm.
Ah, you
And,
bastard.
Punit, he does that every time. कि ये आजकल, I remember even like some 4 years ago when I had started comedy. So I was doing a spot in Punit's room, and this is the first time I was meeting him. Okay, and I killed very nicely. Okay, so then Punit,
Killed very nicely.
I remember Punit also said, yeah, आजकल के बच्चों का enthusiasm.
See, sorry to say, Urjita, you're spot on, because what happens कि ये cynical बात जो है ना, slowly it becomes the personality. So now when he's super successful also, he'll reject it.
But 4
Because-
years ago,
because-
she looked exactly like this only.
But 2 inches shorter. Huh?
So this is the 5th Pune Comedy Festival. I have been on all of them, and I can tell you the only thing that matters is how much you can charge for your corporate shows.
Yeah.
ये सब तो चलता रहेगा.
But still, 5,000 people came and all. Come on, no,
They came for Zakir largely.
Yeah.
Really?
He was the headliner there. Yeah. And,
Wow.
yeah. Zakir is that big.
okay.
In fact,
So then they could have just had a show with Zakir. Why call everybody else?
to make it look like a festival, because it's also about the whole branding and the spectacle. So it all comes together, but largely they're there for Zakir. But before this, like 2 festivals back in Pune, Zakir pulled an even bigger crowd. I think it closed over 5,000.
Oh, so he's lost crowd, basically. Last time in this.
I don't think
No,
there
no,
is a
no.
concept like losing crowd for
him,
Zakir.
there is no
It's
upper
not.
limit. He doesn't even promote his shows. If he
Oh.
starts promoting, he can fill up stadiums like that.
Wow.
He has already filled up.
He
Can't we
has
get him on
something.
our show once? By mistake, if he comes, he won't even know some driver brings him here. Huh? Try करना. तू दिल्ली का है ना?
Spurs said no before you could even complete your question.
Spurs doesn't want him for some reason. Spurs acts like we are bigger. No. Don't give him an opportunity to grow. Chalo, we have to go get on. We've got a guest coming. All right. Last question. Just tell us his first name. If his first name is Rajesh, just say Rajesh. That's all. Common name hoga. Akhil, Vakil, Avinash, whatever. Just say the first name. Unless it's a really strange name. And I've got great news for everybody. Yes, it is the end of the show. People are clapping and cheering because now it's over. The pain, the angst, the suffering, the strife. But remember, it's very simple. Like and subscribe. Everybody says the same thing. We have to repeat it as well because there's a whole... we have to follow this process. It's not in my hands, honestly. I don't want to do this sometimes, but we have to follow it. So please like and subscribe. And yeah, you can leave your comments. And please spell correctly because it's very irritating when you spell color with a K, for God's sake. Or Coca-Cola with a P. I mean, oh, that's Pepsi. Sorry.